Um, let's do a few little housekeeping rules as we get started. I want to make sure that if you're new to Breaking Free, that you have an opportunity to go to the website, which is charlottemwatson.com, and subscribe to our newsletter. Put your information there, and for right now, you will have a opportunity to have a little free little gift as a thank you for signing and subscribing to us. Also, if you would like to make sure that you never, ever, ever miss one of our exhilarating sessions on Facebook Live and on YouTube, make sure that you join our conversation by liking us, following us, and make sure you just click that little notification button so that you never miss one of our sessions again. And if you do not have, those of you who are new, if you do not have my book entitled Breaking Free, Living Beyond the Lies Our Mothers Taught Us, go on over to Amazon. You can purchase it there. Or many people usually text me, email me, or contact me so that their book can be autographed. So I will also do that as well. So please make sure you get your copy, as we will be going through several of those chapters in the next couple of weeks. And so we want to make sure that you have that in your back pocket. Also, just want to thank you guys for supporting me, for just really being a support system for other young ladies who are out there. That's what Breaking Free is all about. We are, it's a process. Breaking Free is a process to transform to healthy people, to healthy relationships, to healthy sisters, and so that we can live in and on purpose is what I like to say. So without any further ado, let's jump in to the owner, founder, CEO of Denim by Gente. How are you doing, Miss Carter?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing
I'm okay.
Good. We are so excited to have you on the call today. I tell you what, I saw some of the things that you were doing with denim, and I thought, oh my God, not only are you doing it for just women, but you're doing it specifically for plus size women. So talk to us about Gente and who Gente is and where all of this came from.
Oh man. Let's see, where can I start? I always tell my mom I feel like I'm a unicorn because I'm like literally the only person in this world with my name. So I just feel like God placed me here for so many different reasons because I'm a very rare person. And my brand started because when I was modeling, they never had nothing to fit me. Like they always say, well, you can fit this or you can fit this. I'm like, no, I can't fit that because it fit me like a medium. So I can't put that on. So I was like, well, I got to do something to help us, help us plus size women, feel sexy and confident and be able to walk around in fashionable pieces. And God was just like, do denim. And I'm like, denim? Really? Okay. So my first fashion show was 2017. It's like in November. And I just did something. Like I just literally like threw some paint on some pants. I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do. And then I just started school. But I learned a lot of stuff from YouTube. Um, I don't know, like.
Well, let me say this. I cannot just get some denim pants and throw some paint on it. So there has to be some type of creative ingenuity to that. So were you in art? Did you take art classes? Did you do anything when you were in high school?
When I was in high school, I took this class. I cannot remember the name of it, but she taught us how to make like pillows. She taught us how to put pictures on balloons. My first time sewing ever was when I was 17. I was 17 years old. old and I made my prom dress, I still had
Oh,
a
wow.
dress to this day. And I didn't touch a sewing machine again until 2017. And it just came to me naturally. I don't know how to use measurements. Everything I do is like visual. Like I'm a visual person. So if I see you and I look at you, I can really just basically tell you what size you wear, and I'm just gonna cut it and just make it like that. Like I didn't
Wow.
go to school to do this. I just believe God put it on me. It's a gift. So
Absolutely.
that's how.
Absolutely. Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. So,
It's a, you know, and it's an outlet for me. Um, in 2013, I lost a child, and
mm,
so I had to do something in order for me to um break away from that hurt and not go into a depression mode or
right.
not give up on myself. And sometimes people become suicidal. So I had to figure out something to keep my mind occupied. And this is what I chose to do. And I love it.
I was reading some things about you just kind of as I was preparing for this interview. And one of the quotes that you have said is, you don't need a degree for something God has already blessed you with.
You don't. You don't. A
Yeah,
lot of people ask me did I go to school. And I'm like, no, I can't. I couldn't go to school for what I do. I couldn't. I feel like
right,
it would have been a waste of my time. I would have wasted a lot of time, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now if I would have went to school.
right.
Just I don't know. It just come natural.
So it started as an outlet for you
Right.
for really therapy. It was therapy for you.
Right.
And so now
Therapy.
it has become really your whole life. I mean, you're pretty busy with this.
It's bigger than me. It's bigger than me now. Like I didn't. I didn't really think that it would be this major.
Mhm.
Like I really didn't. And I told my mom, I'm like, I don't know if people gonna really want to buy some jeans, like just jeans. Then I started branching off to jackets, and now I started creating denim bras. So it's bigger than me now. 14.
And I hear that you have a helper with those denim bras.
I do. I actually taught my daughter how to do them. She helped me now.
And how old is she?
She's about to be 14 in what, 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
In
And
2 weeks.
as I shared with you and her, I'm actually going to bring her back on the show because she also has her own skincare line.
Skincare line, yeah.
I'm just when your dad was actually telling me about this, I'm like, this is so. I'm big on two things. Anybody who knows me, I'm big on environment and I'm big on accountability.
Right.
And so when you take children, and especially today, just
Right.
kids are videoing YouTube and gaming, and they're not, to me, they're missing the social skills, they're
Right.
missing the creativity and all that because it's just kind of handed to you when you're on an iPhone all day or you're on a device. And so to be 13 years old who already has the mindset just kind of means that she's been in a pretty good environment that has planted some seeds, and then she has a supportive
Yeah.
a supportive group to help her in that endeavor. So kudos to you on both ends, making sure that your daughter is in
Thank
an
you.
environment where she
Thank
can
you.
be an entrepreneur at 13.
I tell him all the time. I know I have a son too. And I have another baby. She's about to be 8. But my son was telling me yesterday. He was like, I want to work for, I think McDonald's or something. I'm like, why? You can work for yourself because he wants a candle business. So we're gonna start him a candle business pretty soon, and that's
One,
gonna be his job. So I
right.
told him he don't have to work for nobody. You create your own lane. You do your own thing.
Yeah, I believe that the scripture says he gives us power to get wealth. And so I think that power is it's what's on the inside of us. So we have everything that we need in
Yes.
order to create those particular businesses and it's just an idea. You take an idea and you create a business with that. And somebody somewhere is going to buy that. Who would have thought that you could, bottle some water that's free and people buy it, so we have to, again, plant our children in environments where they can be exposed to different things so that they can be creative in those areas. Well, tell me a little bit about what was some of the biggest challenges in getting into the denim industry and the plus size industry?
I wouldn't even really say I really had no challenges.
Good.
I just came full throttle with it. I really didn't have any big challenges because I love a challenge. I give myself so much stuff to do. Like I'm booked I'm always booked every month. So I just give myself something to do. And I don't really think I really had no big challenges at all, period. I just came in, I've been going full throttle ever since.
Wonderful, wonderful. So sounds like the only challenge that you really had was the challenge of your mind, because you second guessed yourself getting into it. Mom, nobody wants to buy denim. People are, as you see, people are buying denim all the time. So how about, I know sometimes when we have a business in our hometown, sometimes it doesn't go over as well as it does in other cities or other places. So have you seen that has been a concern?
I just talked about that today. Like I just told one of my cousins today, I really don't get a lot of support here in Dallas. A lot of my support comes from like Louisiana, Ohio, Atlanta, let's see, Baton Rouge, South Beach, New York. Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really get it here like that. Like,
wow. Well, those are some pretty major places.
I know. And I want to go visit everybody. Like, I literally want to just go and just visit everybody and just give everybody a hug for such huge support. Like, I really have support. I really do.
So have you gone to any of those places and done some of your some like fashion shows and things like there?
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Shreveport. I've never been to Ohio. My goal is to get to New Orleans and Baton Rouge. I've never been. New York is on my list. I actually have a fashion show next month in Atlanta, and then Vegas. I'll be going to Atlanta and Vegas in like the same month. So yeah, I can't wait to go again.
I bet. I bet. So where do you get the inspiration? Because I was looking at some of the things that you have on your website and some of the designs, and everything is different. So where do you get the inspiration to custom make denim? I'm saying denim. I'm sorry, denim.
It's all right. You can put a little T in there.
I did.
Yeah, you can just throw it in there. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be transparent. I suffer from depression a lot, so I create my pieces when I'm going through something. Like every piece means something to me. Like my bras I think I was about to slip into this depression mode and start procrastinating. And I was like, you know what? Let me get up and do something. And I just got up and created a bra. Like each piece is different because it's I'll be thinking. Like I can be at work because I do have a full-time job. I can be at work and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta go do this when I get off. So as soon as I get out of work, I'm at home cutting up stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go watch this tomorrow. I'm gonna see how it turned out. And it's just, I think of different stuff every single day. Like,
wow. Every day. It's like on fleek. I mean, man, I mean, I'm
Thank
looking at
you.
some of the stuff that you have, and I'm like, how did she come up with this? I never would have thought to do that with a piece of,
A piece
you
of
know, a piece
denim.
of denim
Yeah.
pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I was looking at one that you had with the fringes down the side.
Oh yeah, they're my favorite pants.
Those are really, really cute. So have you had a show here in Dallas, a fashion show here in Dallas?
I think I've done, I want to say about four shows in Dallas.
Okay,
I think
we're gonna
about
do
4.
we're gonna do one. We're gonna do one
You
together.
gonna do one?
We're
Okay,
gonna
let's
do
do
one.
one.
We're
We
gonna
can
do
do
it. I,
it. Okay.
I just can't see Atlanta and New York and all these other places getting the benefit of Gente and you just not having it here. I'm just
Yeah,
not.
let's do one. We can
I'm
do
just
it.
not feeling that.
We can
That
do it. We can
hey,
definitely do
and
it.
we're gonna attack all of that. We're gonna attack the depression and all that. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep you so busy, you're not gonna have time to be depressed because you're gonna be busy.
Right now I'm so busy. I don't know what to do. I'm over here like all over the place. But I love it though. I love to be busy. I just love it.
So where do you think you're gonna go from here? Because it's moving up. I mean, you have really I mean, your sales have increased. I'm looking at some of the things that you have online and things that you have on your website, and I'm looking at the people who are buying your things and just kind of in my research. I mean, you've grown, you've taken off really quickly.
Yeah, it was real quick. I started my business in 2017, but I felt like when COVID hit, that was my beginning because I had never been that busy since I started. I literally sat here and handmade 400 pair of shorts. And I told people, I'm like, y'all got to give me some time to get all this stuff out. Like, I only have 2 hands. It's only me. So just give me some time. And I really do appreciate a lot of my customers because they are very, very patient with me. And the support is like major strong. And then I started customizing boots. I started doing boots.
Yes.
And so that's time. So yeah.
So there, I mean, obviously there's nowhere for you to go but up in this whole process.
That's all it is. I can't go nowhere but up at this point.
So tell me about the sizes. We say plus size women, but I saw some ladies that were my size on there, which is, not small. I'm just like right there on the edge of plus size.
You leaning toward in this way.
Got a pinky toe over there. Yeah, that's me.
Well, I started my sizes from size 4.
You're cutting out on me.
To find it, I'll make it.
You cut out. The internet did something real funky, and so we missed that whole part. So tell me
you
again.
got me? Okay.
Yeah, you're good. So tell me again, what size for all these ladies?
14s to 32s. Sometimes if I find, did it cut out again?
Go ahead. I got you.
14 to 32.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes 14 to 32. Sometimes if I can do 36s, I will if I can find it.
Gotcha.
So
wow.
What is that? Like a large 6X, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
And I commend you because now my mom and I have had a clothing store and an accessory store for years, and we have had several clients who were, really large size women, and they would always have a hard time finding things, or they would resort to sweatshirts and sweatpants all of the time.
Sweatshirts and tights.
Yes, and tights, because they just couldn't find anything that fit them. So I just really commend you, because I just believe that every woman needs that, needs to feel feel pretty
They
and feel
do.
sexy and
Do.
feel, all of that stuff if they want to.
Right.
And so you're making that possible for women. So I am just like, kudos to you. Now,
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you,
Thank you.
them shorts, I probably wouldn't wear them. They just a little
Why
too,
not?
oh no, they're a little too risque for me. But
Now, see, we can make them longer for you. I can make
okay,
them longer. They
okay,
can go to your knee.
okay. We can do something different with mine, but that's not to say that those ladies
See?
who
Yeah.
were on there, I mean, they looked really, really good in them. And I'm like, these ladies are just beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's because of you that
Thank you. Thank you.
you're putting them. You know, sometimes if we do the outside, we'll feel good. It'll change our inner feeling.
Right.
So
Right.
if you make us look good on the outside, it'll catch up with it'll catch up with us on the inside. And so I'm
That's the
just
goal
like,
every time. That's the goal.
yes. So tell me about your family. You
Oh, about my family. I love them. They support me in everything that I do. Especially my mom and my daddy. Like they're my dogs. So
those are ride or dies.
yeah, they're my dogs. They support everything I do. And then my kids, they rock with me. They stay up with me sometimes all night. Sometimes I'm up to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. They up with me sitting right here. And I'm like, I'm so sorry that the living room have so much stuff around it. And they always tell me, well, Mama, that's money. That's money everywhere in here. So they
Wow.
rocking with me.
So that's
Yeah.
a great support system.
Yeah.
So give me 3 words that you would say um, is the epitome of denim by Gente. 3 words.
Man. I'm gonna say bold, fashionable, and outspoken.
Wow. And I can agree with that because some of the pieces were just very bold statements. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I could see that. I could see that. I am so excited to have you on. Tell us, how can ladies who want to purchase your items, how can they do that? Where can they find you? Where can they purchase your items?
Or you can find me on Facebook. Some people go through Facebook. They don't even like to order stuff out the website. I have a lot of my customers do not like to go to the website. They're like, I don't want to wait out. So find me on Facebook, Jente Carter. Instagram is denim underscore by underscore name on TikTok. I forgot it. I forgot my name on TikTok. And the website is www.denimbyjente.bigcartel.com. That's where you can find me at.
Give us the Twitter again.
I don't even have Twitter.
You didn't have Twitter? Okay, so
I don't even know how to use Twitter.
good. That means you missed all your president stuff. So good.
I don't like it. I don't like, you know what? That's one thing I don't like worried about it. That I can't worry about that. I really
Gotcha.
can't.
So you gave us your Facebook and you gave us your website, but you cut
Right.
out on something. So give us whatever that other social media platform was.
Is Gente. And what did I give y'all? My Facebook is Jente Carter.
Gotcha.
And I give you the website www.denimbyjente.bigcartel.com.
Got you. I am just excited. I'm gonna log in and see if I have anybody who has any questions or any questions for you. Do you? Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. Tell me about your greatest success, because I believe that your biggest thing is just your last success. So what was your last success with what you're doing?
Okay, so I don't know if you heard of this app called Clubhouse. I have this app called, can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Called Clubhouse. And it's like a networking app. And so I was on Clubhouse a few nights ago, and I was sitting there and I had created me a room on Clubhouse. And and she was talking. And she was like, well, I'm the owner of Chic and Curry. That's a very popular Fashion Nova.
Gotcha.
So I actually I talk to her on a daily basis, and we're about to do some major things together. So that's one of my successes that I can say right now. The other ones I ain't gonna speak on right now. I'm just gonna pop out with them.
Hey, I love it. I love it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yes,
Yeah, most
indeed.
definitely got to be about it.
Well, one of
Yeah.
the things that I'm looking at is I'm looking at all of the individuals who are commenting. They are just like, well, one said you need to do a tour. So we're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on maybe getting a tour.
I need a whole. I've been praying. I've been wanting to do a tour for so long, and I'm praying to have the right team by my side to do that, because I need to touch every state there is that fully supports me, like, strongly. Like, that has been
Absolutely.
on my mind so much, um, because I definitely want to go and just hug everybody, like, just give everybody whatever else I need to do. So
So are you look at, and I don't want to get too far off into the other piece because you're not really
look at
sure
my
about
mama
it.
sharing her.
Huh?
Oh no, come on, we can talk about it. It's
So
fine.
what do you need?
We
I
can
know
talk
that
about it.
you have a couple of things on the horizon, one being the modeling studio or the modeling agency. And so I know you're working on that. You don't have all the pieces in order yet, but are you looking for plus size models?
Yeah, I'm actually me and my chief brand ambassador, we're right now doing on the lookout, looking for plus size models to be brand ambassadors for my brand in different cities. So we're actually working with that, doing that. And with the modeling agency, I have to return. I email got flooded when I said I was gonna do a modeling agency, so I gotta go through that and pick and choose and do casting calls and stuff like the studio, where I'll be able to do those casting calls and just get to know everybody. I'm big on building relationships with people. Like, I really have a lot of relationships with a lot of my customers, with a lot of my models. Like, some of these people I talk to every day.
Right, right. And I'm
Anytime
sure you
me,
would
I
have
always answer
to.
the phone.
Right. You would have to have a really close relationship with these individuals because
Right,
I'm looking at some of the things that you're doing for them that are custom made, because everything is custom made. So, but you're doing something and you're
right.
dressing this model and you put this on them and it's like it was made just for them. I mean, I know it was, but I mean, it's just you have to, you know, just in buying for people and doing personal buying and things like that, you have to know people. You have to kind of know their personality. You have to know their style
You
and things
have
like
to.
that.
Have
Yeah.
to.
So you definitely, and guys, if you have not seen some of her items, I've been posting them throughout the day today. And so obviously you can go to her website and you can take a look at that and grab some of those things. You can give her a call and obviously my goal with these girl talks, and obviously we can talk to guys too, but particularly women, let me just say women of color, but women in general, we
Right.
we don't support each other as much as we should, and as much as we could, for whatever reason, you know. We just deal with so many inner issues that we have a hard time doing that. And my goal, my hope is that through this whole process of Girl Talk and some of the things that we're doing, I want to help us to be supportive, encouraging, motivating to each other. If nobody else, we ought to be able to be our sister's keeper and help each other. We all go through things. I'm glad you even brought up the depression. I have a line of sessions and topics that we'll be talking about, and mental health is going to be one of those things. You know, COVID has brought a lot of it out.
Yeah, mental health is real.
Yeah, I mean, it's on every level. It doesn't miss anybody. You know, I was just sharing with my mom, you know, this time of year is just really difficult for me. My dad is gone, my very, very, very best friend. And just about the time that I feel like I get past Christmas and New Year's, Valentine's comes around, and my dad passed on Valentine's Day. And so that has always been just like, a drag. And then the next month, our birthdays, all three of our birthdays was that month. And so it's just,
wow.
Yeah. And so, you know, so I've got 4 months, 5 months that it's just really, if I don't stay busy, like you say, if I don't stay busy and really stay involved in something, I can catch myself doing that. So it's not, depression and mental health is not a color issue. It's not a gender issue. It's not biased on any of those areas. So that's something that we need to talk about. And I appreciate you for being honest to admit it and to bring it out, to say something about it, because most people won't talk about it. So thank you.
Well, I feel like when you have a brand and you're trying to build something, people love the real you. Like, they love to see transparency. So I always be honest. Whenever I'm going through something, I'm gonna let you know, because I don't want to hide it, you know, because I feel like it'll show in my pieces. So I just try my best to be transparent with everybody and just be honest. Like, that's just.
And that's a good practice. That's an absolutely good practice. Not only will it show up in your pieces, it's going to show up in your personality. You know, it's going to show up. People will be able to tell, especially people who can discern things. And if you can discern, then you can discern that there's something not quite right with that person's spirit. So you're absolutely correct. I noticed something behind you. I noticed a vision board. Talk to me about that vision board.
My baby.
Yes, talk to me about that. I love vision boards.
Well, I know you asked me, where do I see myself in a few years? I see myself on the Forbes list. I see myself doing big things in New York. I see myself doing a lot of things for plus size celebrity women. I just see myself doing a lot. And this is way bigger than me, and I'm taking it. God say it's time. So, but my vision board is my everything.
Good. So when did you do that? When did you know that you needed to do a vision board or create a vision for yourself with that?
And I was sitting on the floor, and I was like, let me make me a vision board real quick. And I'm just gonna start cutting stuff, and I just start pasting, and I'm like, okay, this look nice. This white board, like one of them they use for your science projects.
Right.
And I had some glitter fabric, and I just put it on there.
So who told you about a vision board? Where'd you get that concept? Who told you about it? Where did you learn about a vision board?
I always looked them up online. I always looked at other people's visions board. I love looking at I think it was Oprah. I love looking at hers. I look at Oprah's vision board. It's online. It's actually, you can Google it.
Right.
And then I seen people have vision board parties, and I never been to one. So I was like, let me just create my own vision to do.
I love the fact that you are a self-initiator. You don't need anybody else to start or do anything for you. You are a one-of-a-kind original.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always been like that. Even when I was in school. I've always been just self.
Wow.
That's it. You know, at the end of the day, I was brought here by myself. So it starts with self.
So, and we're going to start wrapping up. It's about 7:30 or so, 7:22. So I'm going to wrap up in next 6 or 7 minutes. If I had to come up with one word for Gente, what would it be?
For me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Outside of beautiful and bold, and just give me something that describes you.
I'm just gonna say blessed. That's all I can say.
I love it. Beautiful, beautiful, bold, and blessed. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it.
Yep.
So, any last thoughts? Any encouraging words to us, our plus size sisters who are out here who may be struggling with their self-image, or I have to wear those jogging pants and those tights because I'm not quite sure about myself. Tell me, what would you say to them?
Like I tell them all the time, baby, put it on and wear it. Because somebody gonna like it. Somebody gonna look at you. No matter what other people think, you got to start with you first. Love yourself first. And forget about what everybody else have to say.
Gotcha.
Like, that's just my whole thing. Like, I always been a person to where I don't care what nobody say about me because I know me. And you gotta know you. You gotta have enough confidence and enough self-respect to know that don't worry about what nobody else say. Don't worry about that. To be honest,
yeah,
shouldn't matter. We only got one life to live. Why you worry about what?
And I do agree with that to an extent.
Go ahead.
I think that everything, just because they make it even in my size, just because they make it in my size doesn't mean that it's going to look good on me. It may not accentuate my strengths. It may necessarily, it kind of may make my bad points look worse. So I think we have to have that honest conversation with ourselves to say, just because they made it doesn't necessarily mean
you gotta do that.
Right, that I should wear it.
Right.
So I think yes.
And that's why you need a mirror in your room, one of them long mirrors, so you can look at yourself.
Absolutely.
I can't go outside like this.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
You gotta have a mirror. Got to have a mirror.
I wish I could take the picture of some of these women from behind and just send it to them and let them see. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you not look in the mirror when you left out of the house? So, just put on something. My aunt always said, foundation. Go ahead.
Yeah, a body piece, a body girdle. I think I started wearing girdles when I was like 13 or 14, because I've always been chunky. So I always had girdles. So put it on.
Well, and you're probably a lot younger than I am. I'm probably more your mother's age. And our parents and grandparents, I mean, they told us to put on a panty girdle when we were young. I mean, because most of us had hips, and we had we had little butts. So we were told to put on those panties. These girls don't know what a panty girdle is. They don't even know what panties are sometimes. But even just the panty girdle, they don't know that. So I think that's something that also we can maybe incorporate in some of the fashion that we're talking about, is helping women to to put on that foundation, and so that you can represent well, whatever
But
you
then
do.
again, it's not some of the shapewear, it doesn't do what it needs to do. And then when you do go buy some, it's so expensive. I know Walmart has great shapewear because I have a piece from Walmart. I only spend like $10 on it and I love it to death. Amazon has some, but if you want something good, you're gonna spend some money on it, like $100 and some dollars. I actually have a whole body suit. It was like 120.
Right.
So they
Well,
have good shapewear out here.
there you go. We can add that to Jente Carter's collection.
You know what? I need to figure that out, how I can make some.
We can
I'll
add.
figure that.
Hey, that's business 101. Find a need and fulfill it. So there is a need for good quality, inexpensive, but good quality undergarments, or shapewear that range up to size 32, 36, the sizes that you already serve. So that would be a great addition. I'm adding something to your list there.
I don't even think I don't even think they sell shapewear. That's a good idea. I don't even think they really sell shapewear for women that wear those extended sizes. To be honest, I think it really stops at like a 4X.
Okay, so when you start making it, I just need my cut, because everybody heard it right here that
I'm gonna call you.
Call me.
It came from you first.
There you go. Hey, we can make it even cute. We can make it cute. We can put some bling on it and all of that. We heard it right here, though. So I'm
that'll be real cute.
I agree. If we want to serve,
I got you.
Well,
that'll be something that
I think so. And again, it's needed. So so we can start that and incorporate that. If we're going to do fashion shows, you can incorporate that as well to get it out there. I think people would welcome that. I think that would be a welcome addition to
you let me know when you're ready to put it together, a fashion show. Let me know when you're ready.
Hey, let's go ahead and put it together so that it's ready as soon as this COVID situation ends. We ready to go. Mm-hmm. I'm all for that. I'm good. So we'll be talking. We will be talking.
Okay.
Well, it has been a plum pleasing pleasure to talk to the incomparable Miss Jente Carter. It has been a pleasure. I thank you for taking the time out. I know that you only have 1 or 2 off days, and you have chosen to spend that off day with us. Hey, let's have you back on after you're on the cover of Forbes magazine. I'm putting it out there.
I'll be back.
Amen.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Again, tell us all of the venues that we can get your products and supplies. I do not want anybody to miss this.
Facebook is Jente Carter. Instagram is denim_by Jente. My website is www.denimbygente.bigcartel sisterhood.com. I don't have a Twitter, y'all. I'm gonna figure it out. I guess I'll figure it out tonight, so I can get that together.
Yes, I saw your mama said y'all gonna take care of that. So yes.
I don't even know how to work Twitter. I don't know what to do with Twitter. Like I really don't know.
I'm learning too, so I understand. I understand. But that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's a learning process, and you are right in the middle of what God has purposed for you. And I am so excited that we have made this connection. So, well, that's all, folks. Thank you again. Thank you guys for chiming in. Please make sure you go to, we'll upload this video up to our YouTube channel. Make sure you like it, follow us, and hit that little notification button so you don't ever miss one of our shows again. The next show, I believe, actually February. I know the month of February, we're doing Financial February. So we will have a financial advisor coming on every Friday, giving us tips and actual strategies on how to get out of debt by 2022. By the end of this year, we want to be out of debt. We want to make sure that we're good stewards of what God has given us. And the way that we do that is manage what he's given us. God doesn't bless those just praying, but he blessed good managers, good stewards. And so we're going to make sure that that's one of the things that we're going to break free from. We have another group of single guys, and one of the things that I have had hundreds of young single, well, not necessarily young, but single women emailing me about is, can we please not have all of these cute, handsome young guys? Can you get some old, handsome dudes on for us? And so I have secured me a panel of older gentlemen who are 50 and older. So we'll talk about them. We'll talk about their relationships. We'll talk about what they're looking for in relationships and how we, again, can kind of dispel some of the myths that we're having on how to get a man, what we need to do, and all of this stuff that society tells us that we have to do that really does not work, and really they're not even looking for. They're not even interested in that. So we're excited about that. So we've got a whole host of wonderful sessions. Cooking with Lacey will be on one of the platforms, as well as Cooking Vegan with vegan chef and author Naeem Sabor. So we just have a whole host of things that I do not want you to miss as we are breaking free, so that we can get to a place where we are healthy, not only personally, physically, but we're also healthy financially and spiritually, as well as mentally. So again, thank you guys for joining in. CharlotteMWatson.com. Also Twitter at CMWatt3. And you can also find me here on Facebook every Friday at 7 o'clock. And I do know today is Thursday, but Gente could not be here live with us on tomorrow. So we did it to accommodate her schedule today. So, but we will be back here on next Friday at 7 o'clock. Thank you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
We'll see you here. Bye, Gente.
Bye.